Who do you think wins Jake Paul or Logan Paul if they fought? And also, there was a moment where I was watching some playback, and where when Logan was unloading on him, they were like, Jake Paul. One of the announcers was like, Jake Paul unloading.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, what the
a struggle sometimes. And that's another thing that people are upset about, too, is, and I won't disrespect any of the commentary. Some of those guys I've worked with, like the great Todd Grisham and those guys, but there's sometimes when you bring people into this scene that don't understand it, it gives off, you know, a corporate vibe. Like, okay, they don't even understand who this is, and it turns the fans off a bit. You know what I mean?
It's funny. So yeah,
Jake and Logan, I would stay with Jake right now because Logan, like I said, he didn't look drastically different, and even when he does sit down on shots, it looks like, again, arm punching. It doesn't look like his base is underneath him with a lot of stuff offensively.
Because I feel like he had some pretty good opportunities to KO Dennis.
It looks like, again, I don't know how you'd even describe it. A lot of arm punching, almost frantic in some spaces too, to just keep on his jab, and sometimes volume for no reason. Whereas if he contained a bit of that and was more patient, used his feet to get to positions versus reaching on shots. There's parts of the fight where he's going after Dylan, like stalking him down, and he looks like he's throwing a baseball pitch. Back leg comes flying off the ground. He's just winging stuff, and I'm like, man, you told and again, no disrespect to Logan, he won the fight clearly. And fantastic win for him, but I was like, for him to be telling people I got this much better in 2 years, I didn't see that. I saw a guy that won a fight that he should have won, and I think everybody thought he would win against a guy that wasn't there to box.
Yeah. I just wonder what happens when
I did see a tweet from you, though.
What tweet? Which tweet?
I know you're a troll on Twitter, but I have to ask about it. You said...
Yo, my tweets are going viral.
You were going
so
stupid,
funny.
bro. You said Logan is 100% on steroids.
I'm willing to bet all
when
the
you
money.
say steroids, though, steroids, because I'm a biohack guy too. So, do you mean he's on PEDs or legitimately like anabolics?
Well, they're the same thing. Performance-enhancing drugs and anabolics are the same thing.
Okay, I'm just making it like,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if you're talking peptides or what you know what I'm saying?
No, I think he's on testosterone.
You think he's on
I'm not saying he's taking fucking Tren or he's on all some crazy
That's what I'm saying.
shit.
Right.
No. So PEDs, obviously, all these things are the same.
You think he's on PEDs? Yeah.
I think he's taking steroids.
Yeah.
I do 100%. I'm willing to bet that. All the money that I have, I'd bet.
I've always had my suspicions, and
And then, dude, I'm not even sitting here being like, fuck him for that at all. I just want to make that clear.
Okay. I mean, but in combat sports.
Well, so now we got to talk about. I want to keep talking about this.
We'll get into it, yeah.
Okay, so let's keep talking about the Logan thing. So what do you think? Do you think he is or he isn't?
I think he has for sure, but I don't know if he is currently.
Why would he not? Why would he not? If you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's looking in the mirror. He's in his bathroom. And he's like, fuck it. He's like, Dylan, I'm gonna kill this fucking kid. He's like injecting his fucking shit because he's like, I gotta protect Nina.
Yeah, facts,
you know?
facts. And he did. Fair play to him. He did listen.
And he's like,
for all the criticisms,
he's looking a little more angular in the face.
The thing I've always thought is like, how do you get bigger and then lean out as you get bigger? I don't know that I'm not.
How do you get bigger and then lean out as you get bigger?
Like it's usually a process of getting bigger, leaning. He's leaning
now you're
out
onto
as
it.
He's
now you're. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
That's what I've always asked the question.
And I'm a professional. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm not, you know,
I'm
obviously, but I've always asked that question because if I've ever tried to get bigger, it's a process of doing that.
Yeah, that's why I'm making the assumption.
But I won't go as far to say he's on it right now, just because I can't prove that part. Like I can go, and like you said, it's an assumption, but there is a testing process for boxing. Apparently, they tested post-fight. Usually, that should be a pre and post-fight test. I'm not going to get into the specifics of what I would have liked to have seen, but if they tested him, he comes out clean. It is what it is. He's not on it now, but that doesn't mean he hasn't been on it before. That was my whole point.
Yeah, I mean, you could with the drugs. I mean, you could just take a certain amount to a degree, and then the half-life, and then eventually it's gone out of your system,
Right.
and you can balance the levels so that the ratios are still correct
Right.
in relationship to everything else, so you'll come out clean. I mean, that's how people have been beating drug tests forever.
Right.
And then also taking just like gray area drugs that aren't actually tested for. And
That was another thing too.
There's a ton of shit.
The test itself has to be a little more stringent.
Yeah.
But like I said, I thought Logan didn't look any different, but he didn't have to.
Bro, this is one of the biggest
Big
things.
time win.
One of the biggest things, like, is just the thickness, like the diameter of the veins.
Yeah.
Like it's a androgen use. You don't just your veins don't just get thick. Like your muscles in relationship to like how thick your veins are.
You
like,
got them inflatable SpongeBob arms, bro. Those things are jacked.
I mean, he's got great genetics. There's no denying this. But
Man,
you
they
know,
can split
the
effortless.
ratio and how it happens, how quickly, it's like the veins don't just get that thick, even if you're like training. I mean,
Right.
it's not a It's not a normal progression to get your veins out. Because I looked at him, I've seen him all the other ones, and then this one from the last one is like drastically different.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is.
We'll see. Like I said, it doesn't look like he's going to be here for a long time with the boxing anyway. But
I think both those brothers take gear, by the way, Jake and Logan.
you think Jake's on it too?
Yeah. Why not?
I don't know about Jake, man.
Really?
I don't see any big drastic difference with him. And plus, he's doing VADA testing, which is a pretty stringent test in these boxing things. Logan hasn't.
He's doing that.
He's done it for his last, I think, 3 fights.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay,
man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, and Jake doesn't have an abnormal body shape or abnormal like growth progression in his body either. That's the one thing I'll stand firm on is I don't think Jake. I mean, I can't say ever. I don't know, but I don't think Jake since he started boxing has been on that.
Damn! Shout out Jake Paul. That's dope.
That VADA testing is legitimate.
Maybe
man.
a little growth hormone.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just trolling.
I don't know.
I was just trolling.
But I don't. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I think he's been, and the tests speak for themselves for him. Like he's been it's been a year and a half now of VADA testing, and he's come out clean. Random VADA testing too. Like not like yo, we're gonna show up at this time. Like yo, they show up, you better be there. Here's the test. A sample,
whenever.
B sample. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what do you think about Dylan continuing to fight? Do you think he should continue to fight in this whole arena?
No. I think that it's been found out what he's going to show up to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if that's your cup of tea, if that's what you want to watch, then okay. But I don't think it does influencer boxing any justice to have people going in there purposely to survive, not win.
Yeah. It makes
I want to see Dylan in MMA.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to see that. And I hope he goes back and does that because I do think he's a talented MMA fighter.
Do you think any of those guys will give him a time of day in MMA?
Well, the names he wants, probably not after that. But the difference is he takes that seriously. I don't know how seriously he took this. In fact, I don't think he did. Show up, make a bad, cool dip. He didn't come in with a long-time coach. Did a ton of media, and fair play, he took that in very seriously. But
yeah. You saw the night before he was out?
The night before he's out doing his thing, though. I'm like, bro.
Dude. He's
what did y'all think?
Kind of funny.
What did y'all think when
I'm just
you
pissed
see that?
I spent $54, dude. I think I was joking.
Yeah.
I was joking. Another tweet that went viral was like, I'm going to sue them because the whole Logan scene.
Yo, someone showed me that on when we were, I think Le'Veon, I was there with Le'Veon Bell. He showed me. He was like, look at this.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, like that's the thing is when you pay for something, that's the least you want. Like, you know,
I just wanted more than
boxing,
like at least 20 punches thrown.
You just want someone to take it seriously. Like, go in to win. We're not expecting you to be Canelo. We're not expecting you to be like, Triple G or nothing like that.
It was disappointing, man. Yeah. It was.
But the rest of the card, that's the thing too, is the undercard is dope.
Okay, yeah. So my favorite, I was telling Jacob this, my favorite fight on that whole thing was Slim and Salt Poppy.
Crazy fight.
Bro, like, that was amazing.
Crazy fight. Again, the difference between people taking it seriously and people not.
Yeah.
Dylan didn't have any moment like that because those dudes tried.
It did kind of suck for Logan because, like, obviously, I don't think they pay. I jokingly said, did they pay him for this? Another tweet, but I don't think they paid him for that. But like, it must kind of suck to be like, you win, but just kind of almost by default.
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing. Is like we can sit here and talk about whatever with Logan, but the guy worked his ass off. He tried. He got in there and he did what he was supposed to do. You can't take that win away from him, but it does suck to be him. I'm sure because like. Fuck, dude. Like, I'm not even getting the victory I should have got. You know,
got a bunch of money or whatever, but like the guy just wasted everyone's fucking time. Man.
I know.
Like,
and that's the thing. And fair play to Logan. He was saying it. He's like, you're here to waste everyone's time, but I'm just going to shut you up once and for all. Maybe on like a moral scale for Logan because of all the onslaught of attacks, he just needed to get it done with. So
yeah,
but it does suck for Logan.
So you think no more Dylan Dennis in this sport?
Not in influencer boxing or any boxing. I don't think. I think MMA still he's going to have a market. And I
feel like that's his only route now. He has to do that.
Yeah.
I wonder who would take that.
I mean, with Bellator getting folded into the PFL, potentially.
But that's not certain yet.
I don't know that the deal's gone through yet, and I don't know that they're speaking on it super publicly, but looks like that's what's going to happen. I don't know that he wants to go over there, but it would probably be his best shot at getting some of that legitimacy back. I don't know that Dana White's going to look at that and go, I want him in the UFC, because what's Dana always value? Go fucking fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't show up and fight in front of Dana, he will bounce you out that night. He'll get in the post-fight presser and be like, yeah, that guy's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Fuck.
And you can't trust it now. Even though I think he would go and take it seriously, you can't trust it.
Yeah.